Okay everybody, welcome to iPad training day 4. Today we're going to be looking at two main areas. First, we're going to set up our Google Drive Notability Backup. We'll talk about why you want to back it up and then help you to set it up actually and go through the steps. Followed by an emphasis on Shelby today. That is our new app. We'll talk about how you sign up for it, how you turn in work, and how you can do some other cool little features in there. But Shelby is going to be another one of those apps like Notability that you end up using quite a bit. So we do want to make sure that we set it up correctly the first time through. Let's start off with our Google Drive Notability Backup, and teachers feel free to push pause as needed. So first, what is Google Drive? Google Drive serves as a lot of different things for us, and in case you haven't used it in the past, here's the quick rundown. It can serve as the equivalent of a flash drive if you have ever used one of these before to save work or move it from computer to computer. But it does this in a different way, and it can do this for work that fits a lot of different types of file types, including Microsoft Word type, Microsoft PowerPoint type, and also Microsoft Excel type, though they use different names for that. And it does all of this by saving it on the cloud, which is basically just on the internet. So you don't have to actually bring a physical device with you. It's going to save on the internet. So anywhere that you have internet access, you can access your Google Drive. And the nice thing about this is that it is also tied to your Gmail account, so it all works together seamlessly. And by the way, you have unlimited space too, so you can save as much as you would like here, which is really, really awesome. There are 3 specific apps that you'll be using with Google Drive, though we're not going to talk about them today. Those are Sheets over here in the bottom left, Docs in the bottom right, and then Slides in the top middle. But again, we'll come back to those on a different day. For now, here's what we need to do. In the bottom right, whenever you open up your Google Drive app, you can click on a red plus sign that will be in the bottom here. What we want to do is click on a new folder, because what we're going to do is create a folder that we can use as a backup for our Notability. Once you do that, you can then type in your folder name. I would suggest calling it Notability Backup 2015-2016, and then you can type create. From here, open up Notability. I know that's going to take you a couple seconds here, and I'll explain the whole process of why we're doing that too. But as you work to do this, what you're going to be able to do is back up all of your notes so that they always sync into your Google Drive and they back up for you, making them accessible everywhere for you. Now I will tell you, if you have space in your iCloud, you can do the same thing with iCloud and back it up that way. But what we're going to focus on right now is Google Drive. So on the left, you're going to want to set up an auto backup. In case your account doesn't click automatically, you may need to click on Manage Accounts to add Google Drive as an option for you to back up to. But nonetheless, click here then, after you have got into Notability into your backup section. We're going to click on our settings, and it's going to allow you to change the location in which you're going to save all of this work. Now, from here, you can see that I did create this folder already that was titled Notability Backup 2015-2016. We're going to be using that one. So click on it. It then is going to ask you what type of format you would like to save it in. You can choose, we're going to do PDF. And once you do that, it is then going to say at the bottom that it's backing up, and that's how you know that it is fully set up. So again, just to back up a little bit here, once you get into the folder that you would like, you're going to click on it, and then you're actually going to move forward one more slide, and you know what, I might be missing a picture here, but at the bottom it will say Backup to Google Drive. It's important that Notability Backup 2015-2016 will be at the top of the screen at that point in time. From there, then you'll pick PDF. So once you've done that, you're good to go. You've set it up so that your Notability is going to back up. And that's the pretty straightforward process for that. Now, the next thing we want to look at is Shelby. So Shelby is an awesome app for turning in work. It does some really great things for you as a student. It also does some great things for the teachers as well, and it makes it so that we can all be on the same page, and there will be way less confusion related to what work has been turned in, when it was turned in, and all of those things. So let's get started here with Shelby and talk about what it is. So first off, Shelby is a way that teachers can collect work and avoid all of the papers, or if you're collecting electronic work, it keeps your inbox from getting too flooded with emails that are very hard to organize then. And the way that it works is by having students in classes and then folders for specific assignments. It really is a great thing for teachers. The other thing that allows teachers to do is to provide great feedback. So you'll see in this, the teachers are able to give you a lot of different types of feedback. They can give you written feedback, they can give you oral feedback where they can actually leave you voice notes on your work. They can give you quantitative feedback, which means that they can give you numeric scores in here as well. All kinds of different things. So it really is a pretty awesome tool that you will come to know. The tasks that we want you to be able to complete with this are as follows. And I'm going to go through all of these in a row. So how to create an account and then enroll in a sample course. In that sample course that I created, I'm going to have you test out 2 different types of submissions that you can make. In other words, how you can turn in work via taking a picture or from Notability. Both of them super easy. You'll see that once you get into it, you'll be able to do all of this stuff and turn in any work for a teacher within 20 seconds max. From here, there are some other cool features that we want to show you, and these are ways that you can communicate with your teachers. So you can add in handwriting or voice explanations to teachers with your work, which is pretty cool. Or you can even comment outside of the work. All of this will be explained in the next few slides, so stick with us if you have any confusion with any of these ideas. So let's start by getting this all set up here. If you're going to get set up, you need to open up the app, obviously, and when you do it for the first time, it's going to ask you a couple different things related to signing in. We want to create a new account. So you're going to create a new account, and you're going to choose that you are a student. Your first menu might look a little bit different than this, by the way. But nonetheless, you're going to sign up for a new account, and then click on being a student. From here, it's going to ask you if you want to sign up with a username or with Google. We are going to use Google because your USC student accounts are Google or Gmail accounts. So we're going to use those. And then once you type in your username and password, it's going to ask you if you would agree to letting them know some certain information. We're going to click Allow at this point in time because if you don't, we cannot use Shelby. So click Allow. Then from here it's going to ask you to join your first class. The class that you're going to join, and I know it's going to be small on the screen as you're watching this, but it is TJ7ZA. You can see it right here in the box if you look closely, but again I will say it out loud. The class is TJ7ZA. This is just a sample test class that I want you to work with. You'll see how to do this on your own whenever you get into this as well here in a few minutes. And by the way, if you want to join any more classes, at this first menu screen in Shelby, there's the plus sign there and it says join another class. For all of your other classes, all you'll do is hit the plus sign and then this exact same menu. Ooh, there we go, I'll put some wonderful marks on the screen. But that same menu is going to pop up and you'll just need to add in your teacher's specific code for your class. Okay? So what we want you to do for right now though is to click open this Shelby practice course so that we can actually test some stuff out. And what you can see in here is that I've created 2 assignments for you. One is called Camera Turn-In and the other one is called PDF from Notability. So I want you to try to upload to Shelby in 2 different manners. The first one is the Camera Turn-In. Let's say you wanted to do your work, your homework for a math class, for instance, on paper, but your teacher wanted to collect it. One of the ways they can do it that you can still hold onto it with is by simply taking a picture. It's very easy to do this, and here are all the steps. You're first going to click on the assignment to open it up. Then you'll see that your Camera Turn-In assignment folder is blank because you have not yet turned anything in. If you hit the plus sign in the corner, it gives you a lot of different options. So you can add a file, something from your device. You can add a voice note, which is a voice recording. You can add a comment, which is just a little text box. You can type in a message. You can go to your photo library, in other words, something you've already saved in your photos, or you can actually just take a picture right now, and that's the one that we're going to try, is to just take a picture right now. So you'll see that all that happens when you click this open is it gives you the menu to take a picture. Once you take that picture, and I'm going to bounce ahead them back really quickly to remove those annotations, but once you take the picture and then you upload it, it will come in here as a camera photo and your work has been turned in. Something really cool and really easy. Your teacher actually would be able to look at that picture and then mark it up just as if it was a worksheet that was turned in, which is a really cool thing. So that's how to turn in a camera photo. The next thing we want to look at is how you can share something from Notability. So starting on the left here, let's say you want to turn in this note guide that we worked on in a previous training. Let's say you want to turn it in to Shelby. So what you're going to do is click on the export box that we've showed you before, come all the way down, and then you have share at the bottom. Once you click on share, it's going to ask you to determine the type of format that you want. So right here it says PDF. And here's a note forever, forever, forever. Whenever you turn in to Shelby, turn it in as a PDF unless otherwise told. Again, turn it in as a PDF unless otherwise told. Raise your hand if you understand what you have to do here. Okay, I wonder if I got anybody to raise their hand on a video. That would be pretty good if I did. But anyways, if you want to turn it in as a different format, you can click on PDF and you'll have other options. But for right now, we want everybody to practice turning it in as a PDF because that's what teachers are going to want most of the time. After you have ensured that it says PDF and not Note, we're going to click here on the Share Note button. Once you do that, you have some more options now. So it's going to say, okay, here are the apps you have available to you. Now for mine, I already set mine up so that Shelby shows up over on the far left because I know that's what I'm going to want. If you swipe over and it's not there, you may see Shelby on the far side here, or if it's not on the far side, you can click on the More button, and then what you will need to do is find Shelby, assuming that you have it downloaded. It will be in this menu here somewhere, and just make sure that the green check is on for you to be able to turn in that method. And then if you want it to show up all the way in the far left, right when you pop into the share menu, you can hold in the Shelby icon like you would move it if you were at, let's say, just on your desktop or on your home screen there on your iPad. But you can hold on to it, drag it all the way to the left, and then it will be right there at the beginning. Not a big deal, but figured I'd show you. But once you click on Shelby, it will then say, okay, let's add it in. The default for Shelby is to save it to the last place that you turned it in, though. And this is what I want to show you here. So as you can see for mine, it is going to turn into that camera turn-in folder, which is not where I want it to be. So for me, and probably for you as well, we need to click on that back arrow. Once you click on that back arrow, it's going to take you back, and it's going to show you all the assignments that you have in this class. And in reality for you, as you get a lot of classes, you might even need to go back one more to make it so that it's going to take you back to your beginning class, because instead of, let's say, turning into social studies, which maybe the last time you turned it in, now you need to turn it into science. So something to consider there. But for us right now, we're going to select PDF from Notability because that's our next one. You can see now that it says PDF from Notability underneath my picture too. Then what I want you to do is click on Add File. Once you add the file, you can see it will be in there. Now, there are two different things that I want to show you, and I'm going to skip right here for 1 minute. So this is what it will look like once you turn it in. Now, there are two different things you can do. You can either click the plus sign and you can add something else to this folder, so you can actually turn in a lot of different things. Or if you click directly on that PDF that you just turned in, it will bring you back to this menu, or this image I should say, which is your sheet turned in. The thing that's really cool here, if you look up in the top, and let's focus on the left for right now, those are all different options of things that you can do. So starting right here, you have the pen tool, so in other words, you can mark this up just like you would Notability. You can erase. You can add in little comment bubbles. So if you tap and hold, it'll give you the ability to put a little bubble there where you can put some sort of explanation potentially. Or you can add in voice notes, and voice notes are what you're saying over here. So what you can actually do is record yourself saying something, and then a picture that you have, if you have a picture associated with your Gmail account, which most of you probably do not. But you can actually add in a little comment where you can explain what it is that you're trying to say there, or you could explain to a teacher, I need help with this, I just don't understand how to do this or how to do that, something along those lines. But it's a really cool feature, and you will see that your teachers will use this, on the other hand, as a way to give you feedback at times throughout the year on the various assignments that you turn in. So nonetheless, those are some of the cool features that you can do there. The other thing that you could do if you would like is you can add in a comment or a voice note on the outside. Just know that it's not going to fit into your actual work. It's going to be that on the outside of this. So potentially a teacher might say, hey, I'm going to put in a rubric right here that I will grade that you can read separately. So nonetheless, that is everything that we need to know here with Shelby, and that also wraps up our iPad training for day 4. Hopefully that was clear, but please let me know if you have any questions or concerns.